WolfGxngDon, never lacking. 2K bills to the fraction, breaking it down to the pound, puts news and views on tips to get you cracking. It don't stop till we on top, with brick by brick we gotta build. Give a like and drop a sub, this WolfGxngDon, you know it's real. Never chill, sauce it up, we stacking, getting bills. Peep the traction, getting badges, 2K champ, this how it feels. This the dawn, yeah, running it up, no time to play. You know it's on, yeah, the greatest builds inside 2K.
Look, man, if you want a build that can do it all, I'm talking about defend at a decent level, shoot the ball, obviously, and of course, no build is complete without some finishing, bro. This is the build for you. This will be my Season 8 build. I got a D-Rose or a prime D-Rose type of build that I'm working on. Can shoot really well, really fast, dribble for sure, some Hall of Fame dribbling, and definitely some Hall of Fame finishing. It actually gets the small contact dunks, which I haven't really seen that many builds able to get. So you know the dunking on this build will be kind of high, man. Now, all right, before we get started in this build, man, do me a favor, make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel, man. I got plenty more bangers where this came from, and I'm gonna keep them coming for the rest of 2K22. We about to get ready to talk about my build for Season 8, man. Let's get right into the build. So to get started on this build, we will be making a point guard. And this is up to you. Jersey number is completely up to you as well, but I'm gonna go with 23. Now, all right, for the height on this build, we're going with a 5'10", 153 pound, 6'5" wingspan with a body shape of defined, but that is completely up to you. I just tried to make him look, I guess, kind of like Derrick Rose as far as like stature and build. I understand Derrick Rose was a little bit taller, but it's hard to make a build like prime Derrick Rose without adding in all this other stuff, man. Now, all right, let's get started on the build. We're gonna look right into the finishing. So first things first, we're gonna take the close shot up to a 69. I know that's not like crazy high, but honestly, on a guard this small, that is pretty high. For the driving layup, we're gonna take that up to an 84. And then for the driving dunk, because we want those small contact dunks, you have to take it up to an 86. If you want to still make this build, but you want the small contact dunks, you're going to have to take it up to an 86. Now, all right, time for the shooting. Another place where this build excels. Honestly, this build does not have any weaknesses, bro, if you just want me to keep it 100 with you. Now, for the shooting, we're going to take the mid-range up to an 86, man. And then for the three-point shot, we're going to go ahead and max that thing out. We want to have that 91. It definitely will have you out there shooting lights out, man, just like I was in the clip in the beginning of the video. This build is so fun to play on, bro. Let me know down in the comment section if you want my SIGs, my jump shot, all that other stuff that I use on this build. Now, for the free throw, we can go up to an 85. Like I normally say in my videos, that 65 to 70 range is definitely where you want to be. But with this build being the way it is, bro, you will not be missing free throws, especially if you play a real player percentage on. I would suggest, I like Klay Thompson's personally. It's easy to time if you do use the timing, but if you use the real player percentage, that'll also work as well. Now, for the pass accuracy, we're going to go with an 86. I know it only takes 85 in order to get bullet passer on gold, but I wanted an extra playmaking badge, so I went ahead and put that up there. The ball handle, you're going to take that to a 93. And you see all of the badges we get, bro. This build is something else. Now, with the speed with ball, we're going to take that up to a 96. And you see we get that quick first step on Hall of Fame, which is one of the badges you will most definitely need on this build. Now, I'm a defensive player. Like, I like to play defense with my builds, even with my smaller builds. And on this, that did not change, bro. I'm still going to have some pretty solid defense on this build. We're going to take the perimeter D up to an 85. We're going to take that still up to an 86. And then for the block, because this build does get chase downs, and like when I say it does get chase downs, I mean fairly often, man. This build is actually goated because it's a small build, but it can still play quite a bit of defense. Now with the speed, we're only going to take that up to a 93, and for the acceleration, take that to a 91. Now strength is one of the categories we're going to leave alone for the purpose of this video, but if you want to add strength, I mean, you can take a couple off speed, add something to strength. Now for the vertical, like I said, we do want those small contact dunks, so you have to go very high with the vertical, man. We're going to take the vertical up to an 85, and then we're just going to put the rest all on stamina, which gives you a 99 for the stamina. Now look, we got 24, 31, 35, and 21. That is a very balanced build if you ask me. But all right, now we're going to get into the takeovers. And like I always love to say, man, make sure the takeovers match your playstyle. I'll say it one more time. Make sure your takeovers match your playstyle. Now look, these are some of the ones you can go for. You got the slashing, of course, shot creating, sharpshooting, playmaking. You don't get any lockdown, but trust me, this build has enough defense. And the lockdown takes aren't worth it if you ask me anyway. Now, for the primary, it's completely up to you. In this case, I'm going to go with the finishing moves because I want to be able to finish through contact. Then I'm going to go pull up precision because if you didn't notice, this build does get circus threes pretty high. And I love taking those moving middies. And once you can, not moving middies, but moving threes. And once you can consistently make those moving threes, I'm telling, bro, the driving lanes just open up. Or if you do it the other way, if you start by driving, then everything else will open up. Now, all right, we can go ahead and finish up this build, and it comes out as a playmaking shot creator, unfortunately. But this is so much different than any play shot you're probably going to play out there because you can play defense on the perimeter and because you can dunk very effectively. Like, you can dunk on bigs, bro. Like, you just got to use the dunk stick. If you put those small contacts on, you will see your dunk percentage goes up crazy and you really get up. Like, you're going to get some of those very embarrassing moves or very embarrassing animations on a lot of those bigs. Now, all right, we're going to go ahead and test the build out so I can show you the badges that I'm going to have on mine. I don't currently have all the badges unlocked, but it's definitely something I'm working towards, and this build is crazy OP. Now, all right, some of the things you want to make sure that you put on here off rip, you definitely want to have posterizer on there and slithery finisher. Those are non-negotiables, just like limitless takeoff. I'm really just gonna go over the ones that are absolutely necessary. But one thing that you can use to just make this build crazy OP is a teardropper. That's something that'll get you when you don't quite get all the space that you need. That could be there for you. And then we're gonna put fearless finisher on, and definitely giant slayer. And for our last badge, we will put unstrippable on there. Pretty much all the badges, we added a bunch of badges so that if you don't, for some reason, get that dunk animation that you want, you can still make that layup. I've been making like 50% contests at the rim on centers that was blocking everybody else. You know what I'm saying? Like, this build is absolutely crazy, especially if you can learn to utilize those teardroppers, because people don't really guard the mid-range, so you may not be able to get all the way to the rim, but if you get most of the way, go ahead and throw that teardropper up, man. Now, for the shooting, I talked about circus threes earlier. It's definitely something I want to put on Hall of Fame on this build. We can go to Hall of Fame circus threes. Blinders, we're going to put that on gold. Deadeye, we're going to put that on gold. We definitely want stop and pop on gold. Mismatch, that one's debatable if you need it or not, to me. But we're going to go to mismatch expert, hot zone hunter. And then for the last badge, we will go with a sniper on Hall of Fame. Now, if you want to add more range to this build, you might have to add some badges. Like if you want limitless spot up or chef, two very good badges if you haven't used those badges before. Now, for the playmaking, this one is completely dependent on your play style, but I'm gonna go ahead and put all the badges on that you absolutely need. So bullet passer is definitely one. Unpluggable, we're gonna put that on gold. Stop and go, quick first step is on gold, and then handles for days is on. Stop and go, quick first step on Hall of Fame, and then handles for days is on Hall of Fame as well. Now, for the rest of these badges, just do what you feel like you need to do. Me personally, I really like to run dimer. For the purpose of this video, I'm going to go ahead and put hyperdrive on. This build does drive quite a bit, so I'm going to put needle threader on there, and then for my last badge, I'm going to put bailout. If you want to get some of those ankle breaker animations, think about rotating those badges between space creator, tight handles, and ankle breaker, and those will get you those animations that you're looking for. But other than that, that's pretty much it for the playmaking. If you want to add more badges, playmaking isn't a bad place to put them. Now, for the defense, we can go clamps, interceptor, ankle braces. Those are all ones that you are going to need. And then we're going to go pick dodger. And one thing that I love about this build is that it does get chase down artist and intimidator. Both things that you can use like at a crazy amount. And then for the last two, we're gonna put ball stripper on silver. Now, honestly, this build is one of the builds that I made that does not, I repeat, does not require those extra badges. But if you do have them, you can split them between playmaking and shooting for sure, because on the shooting we don't have any of those range extending badges, you know what I'm saying? Also, something to think about for this build, this is an offensive juggernaut. So one thing that you could have that I don't currently have on this build is volume shooter. Very good badge, very underrated. It does not take a lot of shots to activate. It is so much fun to use, especially when you're a high usage type player like Derrick Rose was. And then for the playmaking, like I talked about a second ago, you can put space creator or tight handles on there, and it'll definitely take this build to the next level. Defensively, I honestly think everything is good, but you know, if you feel like you need something extra, make sure you go ahead and put that on there. But yeah, that's pretty much the end of the video, man. Let me know what y'all think about it down in the comment section. It's your boy Don, and I'm up out of here. But before you get up out of here, do me a favor. Check out some of my videos that are on the channel. I got plenty of bangers. Let me know if you see anything, or if you don't see anything, that's even more important. Let me know if it's something you want made, man, because I love making builds, and towards the end of the year, you know, you got to get more creative to keep pushing out content. But yeah, I'll catch y'all boys in the next one. It's your boy Don, and I'm up out of here. Peace.
Piling paper, got them talking nice to me. Down the bottle, it be going right through me. Brown baby, down to take a flight to me. They think that I'm stunting, but it's slight to me. Piling paper, got them talking nice to me. Guess that's why